The state government reports show that 40,000 jobs have been created in the city in the past 1 year and 60,000 will be created in the next 1 year. And all of these employees will be moving to Hyderabad once companies call back employees to their offices. As we see all these kind of new developments in the IT corridor, we also see the city expanding from Financial District and Kokapet to Kollur and Mokila. There are a significant number of investors focusing further into the west. Ideally, city should have expanded radially outward with Kokapet as the focal point, but since there is bioconservation zone to the south all the way until Shamshabad, it limits the growth only to these directions. Here we have Mokila, Kollur, and beyond this railway track we have Pati, Velimala and Kondakal. If we go to the extreme north, we have Patancheru. This area has a large concentration of industries which again limits the prospects of city expansion in this direction as well. So the direction that is left for expansion is only further west. Also, let's look at the distribution of residential zones in this area. This is the city master plan. All of this comes under HMDA jurisdiction. And this is Kokapet, this is Shankarpally, this is Patancheru, this is Kollur, and this is the ORR. The areas marked in orange are residential zones. The light green is 111 geoland. This extends from here all the way until Chevella and Shamshabad, and this green is called conservation zone. And all of this pink is manufacturing and industrial zone. All three of these are not suitable for residential projects. In this total area from Patancheru to Sangareddy to Shankarpally, Chevella, Shabad, Semshabad, Kokapet and Kollur, this comes to total of 2 lakh acres. Majority of this is in conservation zones. We have only like 15% of this land in residential zone. That is relatively very less. Of all these residential zone areas, we notice the majority of activity until now in this area is not apartments but villas and plots. COVID has actually accelerated the trend of people buying villas rather than apartments. We already noticed many new villa projects coming up in this area. A section of buyers now prefer buying a villa away from the city than to buy an apartment within the city at the same price. Also, the prices in this area at this stage are in the range of 10 to 25 crores per acre, and going forward, builders in this area would only come up with high rises or high-end expensive villas. Based on these three observations, that is the rising demand for gated community villa housing, the lack of residential zones in this area, and also very high land prices, the obvious outcome would be the city expanding further into the west where the lands are still affordable. Now we will look at the basic details of this area. This is Shankarpally, and this on the north is Sangareddy. This here is Kandi. This is IIT Hyderabad. This is Mehtabkhanguda. This on the south is Vikarabad. This is Mominpet, and over here is Sadashivpet. Both these roads are connected to the Bombay Highway, and they have seen consistent investments in plottings from buyers who are focusing on Bombay Highway stretch. The investments are mostly from Sangareddy residents. For example, the prices on this road can be anywhere from 20,000 to 35,000 per square yard. It's a similar case for this road as well. Now if we look at this stretch, compared to these two roads, it is a less explored area for investors until recently. The prices in this area are still relatively lower than these areas. That is the reason all the major builders are aggressively acquiring large land parcels in this area. Traditionally, lands in this area are bought and developed by companies which mainly focus on plot development. Whereas in this area, investments are made by cities' major construction companies. Companies like NCC, GVK, Aparna, Phoenix, Mayfair are all holding huge land banks starting from Mehtabkhanguda to Mominpet. Once the land prices here also shoot up, builders would stop acquiring any more lands in this area too. If we get into details of this area, this road from Kokapet to Mominpet is supposed to be 100 feet road according to the master plan. Until Shankarpally, it's already expanded to 4 lanes, and this part will also be upgraded to 100 feet until Mominpet in future. After Shankarpally, significant part of this land is in conservation zone. So you don't find many residential ventures coming up in this area, and this is where HMDA limits end. And this is Mehtabkhanguda, and also majority of the areas from here are in the free zone, which means these lands can be used for residential or even commercial development. Regional ring road is also speculated to be intersecting this road near Mehtabkhanguda. This is around 10 kilometers from Shankarpally. Phoenix has close to 1000 acres surrounding this village, Devarampalli. For anyone who doesn't know Phoenix, they are the leading commercial space developers in Hyderabad. They built more than 30 million SFT, majority of which is office space. They plan to develop a smart city in the course of next 10 to 20 years in their land bank, including residential complexes, schools and hospitals. Mayfair has another 300 acres in this area. GVK owns major land bank in this area. Incor Group owns 400 acres here in Yankathala. Lian Infra owns 100 acres in this area. This is where NCC has close to 20 acres. This is Chimaldari village. Apollo Hospitals also owns 250 acres here. Aparna has been trying to acquire lands in this area as well. And government also holds a significant land bank in this road. There is no other area in Hyderabad's outskirts where so many reputed builders have acquired lands in such a large scale. Most of these builders are either planning lavish but affordable villas and plots along with all the amenities of a propagated community. Along with this road, there have been large-scale investment activities in the area within this perimeter, that is Shankarpally, Mominpet and Vikarabad. So, going forward, there is a very good chance that this area could turn into a decent suburb with great access to Hyderabad's IT corridor and also to the rest of the state through Regional Ring Road. Regional Ring Road may take around 10 years to materialize and become functional. However, the government is also planning to improve the infrastructure in all of this area in order to attract more investments. That's all I have for this video. Like and subscribe in case you find this video informative. You can connect with me here or on any of my social media handles that I shared in the description.